There's a few decent options that come to mind. Lifesteal was already removed in the first phase. That would have actually kind of slotted in nicely with what they're doing. Trying to think off the top of my head. Something like a Chaos Knight, I could see work. It's not terrible when you have a mag. I'm just not sure if I like it necessarily against the Storm Spirit.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, the
Ooh,
TB. Oh boy.
okay.
That is a greedy lineup. That's a very greedy lineup.
I,
Stormspirit and Terrorblade, both heroes that are greedy.
I mean, if they had 5 heroes, I'd be saying that this is insanely greedy already. They still have one more to pick, and they could
Hmm.
surprise us even further.
Yup.
I mean, what do you get that makes this easier? I'm thinking something like along the lines of a Beastmaster potentially.
mm,
But then you're playing it against the Snapfire, and we've seen how that can easily backfire. Yeah, it's not a Faceless Void this time around, but it's the
yeah.
Snapfire factor alone.
Yeah, but Khan, they have insanely powerful late game with Storms with the Terrorblade, but yet, as you said, what can they pick to go through the early game, go through the mid game, and just propel their team into a position where they can abuse the fact that they got two extremely well scaling heroes.
And I
Let's see.
should point out, like this is not. We should point out this is not a free storm game, right? Like there's still
No.
the disruption, which will set up additional stuns quite easily.
Yeah.
Also, the Void Spirit versus Storm matchup can be seen as
Yeah.
a skill based matchup, but your itemizations inherently make it easier for Void Spirit, right? So if you go for like
Yeah.
the Orchid Rush and Void Spirit gets a Yules, that's aggressive defensive use. If he
Mm,
gets a Yules or an Ags and you have to build a Yules on Storm Spirit, that is
yeah.
you setting up a Remnant stun
Yeah.
for him.
Exactly. Exactly. So Voice Spirit, he'll always have options to disable the Storm Spirit. Um, And yeah, it goes both ways, of course, but still, the Storm Spirit, he cannot just have a free game. No, that's not possible. There's still one pick open for mudgolems that also offers some pressure on the Storm Spirit. And the TB, so far, it's a pretty good TB game, but Snapfire, his ult destroys TB. Shadow Demon, he can also destroy TB, get the illusions, destroy his team. So yeah, Shadow Demon and Snap, they're both pretty good against Terrorblade and still got one pick open. So I kind of fear for Khan. Yeah, they got the late game, but still, mudgolems, so far, they have answers and they can still pick a hero.
Yeah, it's kind of like Khan. The warriors without the horses at this point. Like, I'm not sure if everyone next to them is going to be too scared because the way I look at this is as you said, how do you get to this phase? I can't think of one hero in the land of Dota that will give you so much early game impact that he alone with just these supports can create that space. Um,
Yeah,
that's the scary part. I mean, I don't think Mudgolems has to necessarily cover a hyper late game scenario, right? They don't have to think something like a
no,
Spectre
no, no,
here
no.
to match the
Oh.
TB. They just set a faster pace.
I think they just PL and win the game by default. I think mudgolems just pick PL and win the game by default. They ban Underlord. They have no answer for PL right now. Storm Spirit is okay against PL, but not great. Can't play the Venomancer, also a hero that doesn't deal with PL. I think there's a PL now for mudgolems, and they just win the game by default.
Mhm.
The Darkseer was also banned. Darkseer and Underlord. Those are two bans that destroy PL. Um, so I think this is pretty heavily telegraphed PL pick from Mudgolems by these two bans. Of course, those two heroes are good against every illusion hero, but I don't see the Naga.
Yeah,
I mean,
Naga's kind of maybe the CK potentially. That's the only other one that I could possibly see, but I worry about
maybe
that
the
against TB.
CK. Yeah, the thing about CK is, yeah, he has a lot of HP, but he doesn't really have armor.
Hmm.
So and your illusions are not endless like PLs. I think PL's an insane pick here. Well, let's see what they pick. PA, all
Okay,
right, never mind.
you got the P.
PA,
You got the P right.
yeah, that's all right. All right,
You,
they have a PA.
50%.
That's
It's not bad. What
I'm not sure about that PA.
against the
I mean,
Venom?
it's
I
the
mean, you
thing
can
is,
reach him, right? That's at least you can reach
uh,
him.
yeah, the thing is, TB can itemize MKB. Like often you
Yeah.
think, oh well, he doesn't want to buy MKB, he's an illusion hero, but MKB is so good right now that even heroes like TB can buy it, and he'll destroy the PA. Of course, PA can also destroy him. She can crit him before he gets off his thunder. She can bash him. She probably itemize for her bash. So the PA can do work, but I don't like PL more. Let's see what happens. To be honest.
I think where we'll give them a little bit of credit is by having this Phantom Assassin. They have more kill potential on the lane, right? It's like now with the cookie plays, with the blink strikes in, you can close the distance and maybe do some serious damage to the Veno.
That's
Um,
true. Yeah.
but I think I like the PL idea. I think PL can do just as much because you don't care about Gale, right? You have the Phantom Rush. So
Yeah. I think the PA is slightly more aggressive, so they wanna have They want to get kills in the lane. The PA is better for that. Snapper PA is a pretty good lane, especially Tiny, 0 armor hero. And he gets punished a lot. So the mudgolems really they're setting up for a quick pace, like you said. They don't really want to go ultra lane. They want to say, hey guys, our lanes are going to be good. Voidspray against Storm, that's a good lane. PA Snap are also going to win the lane. Magnus Shadow Demon also going to have a decent lane. So just want to go mid game and roll over Khan because, well, Stormspirit Terrorblade is insane late game. Even if you got the PL, it's going to be hard. So the mudgolems, they probably say, hey guys, we could go ultra late, or we could go a timing push, well, not a timing push, but a timing based lineup where you hit your items and just roll over. And I think the PA can do that. It's still slight risk in my opinion, though.
Yeah, there's definitely risk, but I respect the fact that they're taking this gamble because I feel like the kind of fallback choice we see a lot of teams go for is, I don't want to say it's a losing aspect, but or losing mentality. But it is you kind of confessing we're probably going to make mistakes along the way. Is they try and get this backup plan, right? This safeguard in the super late game scenario. Whereas
Yeah.
mudgolems, you do in some ways have that, right? A PA can scale very well, but the understanding that they have a clear advantage because of Khan's greed, and they want to maximize that now instead of worrying about 40 or 50 minutes down the line.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like even Navi said in the early days of Dota when they were dominating, Dota gets random the longer the game goes, and that's why we play aggressive.
Yeah.
And this PA pick kind of kill gear. Oh, you don't want to be here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, he's weighing it up. He says Avalanche will get me out in one piece.
Easy. Slight mistake from Milan. He didn't disrupt there. Fata also didn't skill. I think they were just. Oh my god.
Yeah,
oh no. Are they getting?
They're gonna get this one. I mean, J4 has no way out. He's leveled the Stroke of Fate as you always do on a Grimstroke, which means he's going down. And they leave it for Rania as well.
Oh
I love that moment at the end where J4's like, wait, why they leave? Oh no, don't feed me to him.
Oh my god. I mean, what? That was, I don't know, Gilgir, like he lived, but then J4 is like, oh boys, I'm gonna run in. We have to play against First Blood.
Oh god, that was like an Among Us betrayal moment where it's like, yo, is there any dead bodies down that way? Nope, nothing at all. Just suddenly the imposter comes around the corner and kills you. Like,
yeah.
Is that guy an imposter too?
I don't know. Bottom rune fight, Skeeter and Fata. I mean, they got a lot of kill potential on that lane. Skeeter always also going for the double ring of region, also a God King build. He started to go that build, double ring of region, Quelling Blade, and just well, go ultra region. Let's see. I think it's pretty good against Venomancer, to be honest, because that hero relies on Harris and double ring of region. Really counters that.
We see on a lot of offlanes as well. Like, I feel like every time I see this, I'm like, no, please don't make them nerf ring of regen. I can kind of sense it coming already.
Yep.
It's a pretty powerful item, especially in conjunction with, like, if you feel you're going to be pressured, right, then and you're stepping back, your opponent's just shoving the lane, which means you're under tower, and then you get that additional 1 HP regen as well. All of a sudden, it's very hard to force you out of the lane.
Yeah, I mean, he has 5.5 regen default. Oh, Gigi getting punished.
I mean, they got the scout blasting too. They're trying to body block him, and he knows what's coming. Death is coming.
Death is coming, and oh boy. I mean, this is a thing PL couldn't have done. Like, this is a thing PA does. She kills the Tiny. So yeah, they pick the PA because they can dominate the lane, and so far it's working out well.
I feel like I nerd about it a lot, but it really does come back to that point of like level 1, 2. What can you do with a Snapfire? Because Snapfire is about level 1, 2. Once you have 2, you should be killing. And you know, you think about the PL, right? You get like Doppelganger, and you probably get your Spirit Lance. Whereas with a PA, it's going to be Dagger and Phantom Strike, and you're just in like this. Cookie.
Yep.
Little mini Ravage in the bot lane, and they do buy time with the Avalanche, but the slows are out in a Cheshire Cat, and even if he escapes this, he's going to feel the pain. Nice body blocks from Gilgir to save the day, though.
No self. You feel fine doing this as Cheshire Cat if you got the self, but he doesn't have a self, so it's going to be awkward. He's going to stay back and, yeah, region up with a tango. But the PA is not pressured at all. Also, mid lane going very well.
And they're going again.
Oh,
Cheshire Cat's dead.
Yep.
This is the frustration. You're looking going, well, it's a PA lane. I built a wand. A wand is great to start with. The problem is, like, this is a killer lane. It's not about whittling you out with daggers. It's about ensuring they kill you with one dagger.
Yep. Now a huge group is coming in. So the Khan boys, they're gonna have XP. There's no XP being denied, but yeah, they're feeding golden XP themselves. That's the huge issue.
Ooh. Slight mistake from Branya there. Salve got cancelled because Mio was able
Yeah.
to use the overload. So he might continue to get a little bit pressured here. He's about to have the bottle at least, and we're still a little way out from the runes, so we don't have to worry about that directly.
Yeah, mid lane is it's kind of a wash. Like, of course, Buenia has more farm because of the first blood, but basically even lane, slight advantage actually for Mio. Yeah, top lane, the TB hasn't really had the best game so far. 11 CS only, so he's not really enjoying himself too much.
Instead, J4's getting pretty hard punished here. Not quite enough poison to kill him off, but the skewer through will slow him down. 33 will close the kill.
Yep, and that's an earn on the Magnus. Pretty aggressive, in my opinion. I like it though. I mean, 2 earn charges already. That's huge.
Well, Gilga did snipe out Fardas Courier. The only problem is that he's doing pretty well regen-wise, mana-wise. They forced some of it out of him, but he's not going to miss that Courier as much as he would if he'd already applied some direct pressure.
Yeah. That's true. And the urn, like, I haven't really looked at it, but it gives so much mana regen, 1.5. That's pretty sweet mana regen, to be honest. And Magnus is a hero that, well, likes mana regen, also being wand and raindrops, so you'll have a lot of mana. I like that build a lot, actually.
Yeah, I feel like I look at this item a lot and consider it, even if I'm not going to build Spirit Vessels, a casual urn. Like, as you said, the mana regen is really good. Of course, you know, the ability to use that urn aggressively early on is still worthwhile, even if Spirit Vessel feels not as crucial as an item as it once was. Gilga?
Yeah.
Ooh, no, he's not going to get the deny!
Ooh, yeah, this bottom lane is, it's becoming rough. I mean, Venno still gets his levels, yeah, sure. But Skeeter...
I mean, this is I'm getting empowered phase of the game, by the way. That's the important piece to remember here. He's getting plenty of kills. And Farda's also getting lots of golden XP, which we've seen what a Snapfire does with that early is pretty scary.
Yeah, Snapfire also, oh my god, he has so much level. Like, so much XP. Almost level 4 on a pos 5, that's huge.
Then look at Gilga.
Really... Yep, he's suffering.
I mean, that's even more concerning as well, right? Because if you look at one thing, we mentioned that greedy on Khan. Usually you fall back to the argument where you have a tiny. You got this hero that get a blink dagger and make plays happen. But if you let him get too fat, too much XP, too many levels early on, like who's your kill really? Top lane. Kill's gonna happen on J4. Milan might die for it, but Naive is trying to bring him down. 33. He's gonna throw out the urn. He's got the wand, so you could actually get the shockwave out. He'll go for it and get the kill. That was the metamorphosis, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's the meta. You die immediately after popping it. And 33, man, he's huge. He's level 5. He's gonna be a real big issue for the convoys because TB doesn't really do well against magic damage. And, well, the offlane from mudgolems, they have a lot of magic damage. Magnus hits a lot. Shadow Demon has a lot. And now might...
Oh, no. We mentioned those runes earlier. Piranha is the one that ended up finding the DD in the end. And yeah, his bottle's empty. But look at that. Bounty runes. Oh, how convenient.
Yup. Well,
he's going to get both as well. I mean, look at Milan. Milan's zoning them, so if Piranha wanted, he could grab a second.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat got slayed on bottom lane as well. And so far, Khan is being run over.
Okay. Carter is gone. Gilga will say goodbye.
He paid. Gilga gets an important kill. It's still, like, they're getting run over hard. And in mid, Mio, still no ult ready. He'll get it next creep, though.
Problem is, an arcane rune this time. Runes. Don't know if he can get this. Missing that remnant's pretty painful. So Mio gets away with it.
Yeah. Mio, like, he's fine. Oh, there's a TP coming in from Snap.
Refill his bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
just
Milan is not...
Just a little bit of a misplay, though. Like, that doesn't often happen. The whole point of Astral Step is this easy setup for the Remnant, right? Like, that slow is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he used it to get a kill in the bot lane.
Easy. Cheshire Cat is not having a good game. 0, 3, and 1. PA almost entirely free lane. And the issue is, look at Terrorblade. He's already in the jungle, but Milan is there. Hunting him, stealing his XP, and pressuring him, not allowing him to free farm.
Whispering I'll be there in his ear, and that means that you've left J4 a level 3 Grimstroke alone against a level 6 Magnus. I don't know if you really want to be here, sir.
Nope. Oh, there's a banishment.
Neo King top.
Yeah, but his farm is really underwhelming. Like 2.7k. Like, this kill really hurt.
I mean, it's a level 6 Storm Spirit, right? Like, you see it in your games where people are like, oh, why is this level 6 Storm Spirit not rotating? It's because level 1 Ball Lightning is pretty underwhelming. That being said, he's going to die. Because Milan completely baits him in, gets the kill in the end. Yeah, RP's used, but Storm's game is just ruined. And if Storm's game is ruined, and Tiny's game is ruined, which is definitely looking like the case in the bot lane, and you've got a TB, who's going to play the game for Khan?
Yeah, right now, there's not really any hero that can play the game for Khan. Even the Venno, like a hero that usually has a good laning stage, is really a level 5, earn without a charge. There's not much going on right now for Khan. Like, they gotta do some magic tricks here. I don't know.
I mean, there's magic being cast in the bot lane, at least.
Yeah,
we'll at least find Fodder. But
that's decent.
You need the you need the tower as well, though. That's the big catch here. You have to get the tower, really.
Yeah. The issue is they don't have their catapult. Mio has no mana left. Whew, I don't know. Like, the TB is also coming bottom, though. Level 3 meta is ready. They can probably take the tower, but mudgolems could defend it. But he has
What's the cost
charges
as well?
and astral stuff.
The cost might be losing J4 alongside your top towers. They skewer Grimstroker back away from safety. He's got the Ink Swell, but he knows he would not be able to escape with it.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the move in. They're diving, but there's the TP for Void Spirit. Gil goes too deep, and he knows it now. He needs it out, but he doesn't have it. He'll be able to move forward. Remnant gets thrown out. Avalanche won't save him. The cookie follow-up ensures that he cannot escape.
Yeah. And the TB immediately recognized, okay, they're going to defend. Back to the jungle, boys.
The only worry I have is this isn't like the TB patches where we've seen them go to jungle level 2, right? Or like when it's Nisha TB, and you know that 20 minutes later it'll be okay. Like Dota right now compared to a year ago is so much faster and so much more easily punished. Skidder.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to punish him right now, and they will be able to find it at the end. Mio needs to be careful. He's out of mana, but they haven't got the +1 to kill him, so Fada's now in trouble himself. Doesn't get rid of the Phantom's Embrace on him. Instead, he tried to bring down Cheshire Cat, but dies for it.
And they're doing perfect moves. Like, they know, alright, our Storm Spirit, he didn't have a good lane, but still, he can provide some damage. He can provide some damage. If we bring 3 or 4 heroes, we can still kill people, enable the TV, and that's what they're doing, and that's what they have to do because it's the only chance they have. Oh, Boranias also.
Jesus.
Damn. Jesus.
I mean, he made him work for that rune. Good lord.
He did. And they got the first tower of the game. The Khan boys, they're defending top. Cheshire Cat is in position, and he's pretty close to mech. So, game suddenly pretty good. These kills on bot lane, this tower catapulted them back into a playable position, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Gear also farming a stagger.
It feels like mudgolems maybe felt a bit too confident, right? They're like, okay, we've won all our lanes. Let's split up and take the whole map, because in 5 minutes, that'll really pay off. The problem is, obviously, in the initial, before that 5 minutes passes, Khan still have the opportunity to make moves as they prove.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it often happens that you're the safe lane carry, Skeeter in this case, and you think, we can defend this tower, but it's always a gamble, and now he got punished for trying to defend bottom, he died, and still gave up the tower, so slightly rough, but he's farming big stacks already, and he's having a great game. No.
They might be recalibrating here as they push in on the mid. They just about kept the catapult alive. TP's coming in to defend though. Baranya goes in. Remnant does connect. Needs to be careful. They just want the tower though. They don't want more issues. Poison Nova flies out just about touching the Baranya. The Purge is thrown out in Cheshire Cat though, so slowed up, but they still deny the tower.
They get the deny, but still they lose the tower. Rough, but it's fine. It's fine actually. The TB is farming pretty well. But of course, it's a huge mountain to climb because the PA is also farming well with AM power, and PA has a perfect game. Like, the last 2 minutes were optimal. Like, you just gotta say, optimal farming. Stacks, top lane, really, really good minutes for PA right now. Until Desolator is coming up, and that's gonna be huge. Like last game, when the Ember Spirit got the Desolator, the heroes from Khan, they don't have much armor. Except the TB. Like, he has good armor. The rest doesn't really have much armor, and they just died to Desolator, I feel like.
Even. Oh, probably free. RP goes out, and the dash is through the astral steps. But Baranya, he has no steps left. He's in trouble now. Gets the Invis rune, though.
Yep. pretty easy, pretty easy. Oh, they're doing good moves. Like these convoys, they're not ready to die. They're like fighting for everything they got.
Now, they'll at least punish Gilga. He does get found out.
Yep.
But yeah. Now that
Okay.
RP is down, though, this does allow Khan to play a little bit more loose. There's not that big ultimate they have to be concerned about if they try and force some sort of tower push.
Exactly, exactly. And Mio, he's had a rough game so far, but Orchid coming up. He's not too far off. 2-3 minutes of farming and he'll have it.
Oh, okay,
and,
but look on the other side and look at Baranya.
of course, he's close to Aghanims. He'll have it in 900 gold, which is like a double AoE silence. But if he gets the Orchid off before Borania gets off the Aghanims, he can die, and that's going to be a huge bounty on him. So
I think the awkward part for Mio in this game, though, is it's not just about Baranya, right? Like, you imagine once they see that Orchid, him and Milan start playing together. And that's the difference, is that one side has that save against the Sans. The other one is exposed. And they're going straight on it right now. Noni cannot get rid of the Sans in time. Baranya bites off more than he can chew, trying to farm up that Ags and just accelerates Mio's progress.
Yeah, huge bounty for J4 already, also 400 gold. And these kills, they might seem like small kills, but that's a 4-0 streak, a lot of XP, and a lot of timing missed, because right now he's dead for 30 seconds. And his Aghanims is also going to come up 1 or 2 minutes later because of that, and that's going to be 1 or 2 minutes where TB can farm. And yeah, of course, BA is also farming, but TB, I mean, he's going to be the big bad carry in the late game if it gets so far.
And then we just got a preview on why Tiny is so kind of busted right now. All right, the new Avalanche, the way it kind of interacts, makes it impossible for even heroes like the Void Spirit to escape in time.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a long stun. It's a lot longer stun than before because of the interaction.
And one thing I will say that mudgolems at least have, like we mentioned, they got the Deso now. We can't underrate their ability to shred even TB's armor, because you do also have that Snapfire.
Of course, yeah. Like TB, he can still die easily. Like he has 1.1k HP. This guy dies, and Shadow Demon can make illusions of him. So they have answers for the TB. It's not that easy for him to carry the game, that's for sure.
The big issue right now for mudgolems is the objective in mind is way too predictable. Like you can see Cheshire Cat has parked himself here. This is all he has to do for the next few minutes to buy TB time. And mudgolems, because of their tower prioritization, now have this awkward issue where they can't access Khan's jungle because that tower is still standing.
Yeah, exactly. So map control wise, Khan is not in a bad spot. But of course, mudgolems are also farming with a Magnus and a PA. So they are not going to be out farmed. Net worth wise and XP wise, this is going to be a close game. But then in the end game, in the late game, it's going to depend really on who makes the better plays. Both teams have the option to win it. It's going to come down to skill then.
Baranya, same way again. This time they got an Orchid to play with, so it should be even easier for him. Avalanche toss, and he's gone.
This is the Orchid timing. Yeah, this is the Orchid timing. The Aghanims doesn't really do much. If he had a Yules, he could have saved himself, but with the Aghanims, it's the offensive option. If you get caught, you die. That's the thing about that item. Of course, you have 2 AoE silences. Very, very, very good against the Storm if you catch him, but if he catches you, well, you're dead 2 times already.
I mean, this is the awkward part, right? When you commit to this Ags build like this, you understand why he does it, right? The way he dominated early, the way his lane went, you were kind of within your own right to do it. But the condition that you need to then put in place to complete that without being punished is you have to have your supports playing. If you don't have Milan standing behind you, you will instantly be punished, as we now seen twice in more or less the same way.
Exactly. And now Mio has the illusion rune, so he can purge off. He can purge off 1 silence.
But also Gilgan has a blink. And they're going to the same target again. Vado will at least break it though. So he'll tank the gank, moving away with the Simulate. Actually stands his ground because TPs are coming in. They're going to look to turn around on Mio. Ball lighting away though. However, they have the level 2 Astral Step. 2 charges about to be available. Movement in, silence. Needs to be careful. Will back away as soon as he sees that TB. However, Soulbind's thrown out. Trying to chase for Gilga, chasing him with the Inkswell, but the Remnant and the Disruption to make sure he cannot get on top of them. And Cheshire Cat does get the Poison Overrock, but it's only level 1. 33 has got the RP to play with. Doesn't want to throw it out willy-nilly, though. We'll just back up, use the Guardian Greaves, and retreat.
What a wild dive, man. It's like, it's 17 minutes into the game and they're like almost up to the tier 3. Like, holy moly, but they're getting mid tower and now. Khan looking pretty good, Mio came back, like, in style.
And Naive is now starting to build a lead at the top. Even when you were talking about this PA that has the Empower, like he's fallen a few hundred behind. But now, gets involved in some kills, maybe get back up there. Gilga knows he's dead, as everyone else has already left him.
I mean, it was a small prank, you know? He saw all of them, made up their positions. Now the Khan boys can safely farm jungle. Easy.
So you see it playing out like that. I pause for it a lot. And in those games, when I have those moments, that's where I'm screaming to the mic, guys, why did we run away so quick?
I mean, it's just the meta expired, and you don't want to fight.
You have
meta.
to. It's
yeah.
Transformation heroes for you 101. But your Storm is now at a point where you can make plays outside of the Metamorphosis with him. Now that he has the level 2 ball lightning. Now that he has that Orchid. Already 1,000 gold towards the BKB.
Yeah. His item build, I like it a lot. A lot of inexperienced Stormspreads probably would have gone Bloodstone here. But he knows what he has to do. He has to make space for the TB. And that's the item build you have to choose for that. Orchid into BKB, you could just make a lot of space. Kill supports, kill the Void Spirit. Like, Void Spirit is still super far off the BKB. He'll just die. So yeah, right now, Khan, they have power. They have potential. And they can do it if they start the fight. And so far, Mio has been perfectly starting the fights.
That's the important highlight around this Void Spirit, right? Is he picked up this Axe, and I don't know about you, I don't feel like we've seen any impact out of that item so far.
Yeah. Yeah, the Agnems, we have seen it destroy games single-handedly, but in this game, he has been engaged. And in Dota, it's often about who starts the fight, and so far, Mio or Gilgear have been the people that start the fights, not Boania.
I mean, in a way, it's destroying the game. It's just not for his team.
He's had kind of a rough stretch. Oh, Fata in mid, but he's not seen so far by Gilgear.
Yeah, but how do you kill him? You need +1. That's a 1600 HP Snapfire with a cloak.
Yeah. He's so tanky, like, holy moly. He's even got Glimmer Cape, like, that's so tanky.
Now, this is the amazing thing whenever they run the Snapfire. Look at the XP distribution. That's a level 11 Snapfire and a level 9 Tiny.
Yep.
God.
Yep, but Milan on the same hand, also level 9.
True.
Yeah, Naive, he's becoming big. And the PA, I mean, of course, he's also big. But in the direct matchup, TB is pretty good because he's got like over 30 armor. The Desolator just doesn't do that much.
Yeah, you're going to be very reliant on 33 in this game at this rate. The big RP plays to actually be able to take a direct fight with the Terror Blade.
Yeah, he's also going Dagger next, so he's got some play potential with that. But it's still 800 off. And so far, Khan has shown that their positioning is impeccable. They haven't been caught in a long time on big heroes. Let me add, on big heroes. And they've always found the engages on Borania. And so far, the boys from mudgolems, they have had good fights, but not really meaningful big fights.
But looking for someone meaningful, because around the pit, if you find the right pick-off, you could go straight in. Brania's going to move forward. Sans is going to go out. Second dash through with the Astral Step. The Remnant follow-up. We'll be able to find Cheshire Cat. They might just go straight into the pit with that. The buyback is going to be forced out, so they'll double think that. But Fada has got the kisses to play with, so Gilga needs to be a little bit careful. Ensure that he cannot blink, because they do throw out the urn on him. Things are coming out.
The BKB on Skeeter is really the key factor right now. It's huge. They don't really have an answer right now because the TB doesn't have an MKB, so he can't really punish the PA. The PA is a huge issue right now with the BKB time.
And they're going to move him because of it. J4 gets spotted out. Will be brought down. BKB activate. It means they can follow up on the next kill with the Cookie Ford on top of Gilga. Poison Nova gets used, but Cheshire Cat, they don't care. Buyback will come out from Tiny. They want to fight this now. The BKB's ran out. Brania?
Exactly.
Trying to move away. Has got the Astral Step, but can't get it out. So he gets stanced up. They haven't got the follow-up to control him. Glimmer Cape will save the day. Gilga gets him the toss back, but you have got the Astral Step. However, you decide to throw out the stance instead. Kisses are forced out. Fada is going to zone away the rest of Khan, but not without killing Cheshire Cat on the way out. No, forced up, and the Sunder will save his life, but barely. That would have been the dieback.
Oh boy, man. This is... But... Actually, they forced up the BKB. They cancelled the Roche attempt. Of course, they had to buyback the post 4 and the post 3, but they still got the BKB out of the PA, and that's a good thing, I guess. Them not getting any objectives with a 10 seconds BKB, I think that's all right for the Convoys. Yeah, they're losing some money, but I think the rush would have been a bigger problem
Well,
than their supports or their Venomancer losing some money.
let me play devil's advocate for you, though. They still have the RP. The
That is
BKB
true.
is now coming off cooldown. And now you're in a
Oh, yeah.
situation where 2 members of your team, if they die, you have to forfeit so much of the map. Not just the Roche, you'll probably have to forfeit a tower as well.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. The Convoys, they have to play super scared right now because they don't see anyone on map. And well, they are defensive to the max right now.
I think mudgolems
But-
realize that there's no way to stop them from taking this Roche now. They'll just go in.
No, absolutely not. The only option they have is really like Tiny finding the PA before her BKB, and Storm also rolling in, one-shotting her. As long as they don't one-shot her, they have no answer to PA right now.
Yeah, and I don't think Gilga can even try for that suicide play we see sometimes to try and get the Aegis, because, you know, if it fails,
Yeah.
that's your dieback. And they know he's there. They're
Yeah.
going to go in straight away, without hesitation. He's gone. 60
Yep.
seconds on the sideline. They'll return to the Roche, which is down to half HP, and then probably move straight towards the top.
Straight. And PA is not that far off Satanic, and then bursting him becomes pretty much impossible.
Oh. And they do TP bot, though. They don't want to actually give over this tier 2. They want to leave this for later on in the game so that they can actually predict Khan's movements as the game goes on. That does mean that you've left Milan alone top. Mio, he might be greedy enough to do this.
Maybe.
No.
He was too scared. He could have killed him, but he was just too scared. He didn't see.
He only
any
saw 2 bot,
mud
right?
golems.
Like, there's
Yeah,
2
yeah.
still unaccounted for. Oh, what? And
Whoops.
there's 1 more unaccounted for on Khan. You may have missed
Yep.
it. It's a PA with Empower.
That guy died pretty fast. Like 1 second. Not even enough.
I
Maybe half.
literally heard the dagger throw and tried to move across, and there was just a corpse on the ground.
Yep. Right now, I think TB, yeah, he's going for MKB instantly. That's the only option they have. Right now, the only answer to PA is an MKB on the TB. And, of course, his farm speed is good, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
No, it feels like even though Mio had that good outing this last, several minutes, you're now at a stage where you are all eggs in the TB basket, whereas, yes, you could say they're doing similar with the PA, but the difference is actually that mudgolems have these big teamfight elements. They've got the kisses,
Yeah.
they've got the RP. They're actually very
Yeah.
scary outside of just Skidder.
Yeah, exactly. And Khan, in Veno, it's a cute hero. He can build aura items, but he doesn't really have the explosiveness of like a Magnus RP.
Naive, he might explode if he's not careful. They're going to catch him out. BKB Skidder jumps in straight away to try and burn him down quick enough. Sunder onto the illusion to run away, though. Storm has some nearby, but that will not stop Skidder from pursuing here. Gilga used the avalanche too soon. Kisses follow up onto Naive. In a little bit of trouble, able to move away. They don't have the range to kill him off. They'll take the Tiny instead, move forward onto Cheshire Cat next. They're able to force stuff up to the high ground, so it looks like he'll also get away with this. DD Empower PA. They're still not able to end the life of Naive.
That's pretty fine. Like, I mean, it's just straws, right? But still, it's another BKB, and the only thing they get is a push for Tiny. And TB still farming happily.
I mean, more importantly, right, it's DD, it's Empower. You expect to lose a big hero there, right? Like, if he
Yeah.
gets 1 or 2 crits, even TB could just melt. But he
Yeah,
lives.
exactly.
Now they're going to go in straight away. Stance comes out. Piranha, the controller's on top of him. He's in a little bit of trouble. Needs to escape this and he'll be able to do it. Dissimulate, looks to escape, stands his ground, cuts through up to the high ground, throws out everything before dying. Now his BKB still running in the meantime. Skidder's going to be soul banded enough and he's on his own on the side. Milan being zoned away. Glimmer Cape to try and escape. He can't get the haste though. 33 says, I need that. See you later. And on the side,
Yep.
Skidder trying to run away the long way around. We'll have to give
Oh
him
my
a
God.
Aegis. I mean, he's not dying as quickly as they'd like. But look at
They
the
have to get up
wraparound.
now.
They're coming.
Or?
They want to fight this. They need to be careful about how they do this. Skidder will BKB and look to stand his ground. Now force them away. Where do you go? You need to actually go to low ground. He pings at 33. Saves the day. Farda able to move away the Glimmer Cape. Chase forward. Mio's now, and Mana needs to be careful. Inkswell being slowed though by the Scout Blast. As he toss away Farda. Essentially saving his life here. And he'll turn around and give it over. He says no more kills for you.
And that's what we're talking about. The,
Yogo?
the BKB charges are going down.
He's still going. Skidder? Okay. 33 every time here, saving the day with these Phantom Strikes to ensure that Skidder does not give over a second time. But Baranya is back up. He'll chase forward on the Cheshire Cat. Test Remnant. Test Remnant. It's fine. You got the purge. You know Cheshire Cat's gone. and they'll TP out
Oh
J4.
my god. This game is so messy, but still, I mean, we see the advantage for the mudgolems. We saw that they had Aegis, but they still couldn't really close out this fight. They couldn't get the TB, they couldn't get the Storm. The only things they have been killing are POS 3, POS 4, POS 5. But the TB and the Storm, they have been living every single fight. And the BKB charges on the PA, they're going so low. She's on 7 seconds right now, and it's not going to be better for her. And soon the TB will have the MKB. Look at his farm, 3k in the bank already. He'll have the MKB in the next fight for sure, and then he will actually be able to hit the PA, and it's still a 3k lead for mudgolems, but I'm slowly fearing for those guys.
Yeah, and you think about the build that Scares chose to go for, the Satanic, right? Like, it is going to give you that survivability outside your BKB. I think the scary part is, what are you doing inside your BKB? You're being kited so easily, right? Imagine, for example, if you were targeting an Abyssal instead. You are a little bit more vulnerable, but you have the ability to close kills on heroes like the Storm Spirit that have these BKBs and otherwise wouldn't care.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about it. The PA is also kind of like the basket with the X in it. And she has been doing well in teamfights, but she can't really connect to the cores.
Well, let's see if those eggs are going to crack or if they're going to yield well. One kill very quickly. There's the crits you're looking for. Gilga able to move away quickly with the blink, though.
That's good. At least no BKB popped. They got a good kill. But still, the TB, man, he's close to the MKB. And Telescope already. Oh my god, that's a huge item for them. The attack range for TB, the cast range, that's going to be huge.
You know, just that, having the Fairy Fire as well. An additional 40 damage on a hero like TB.
Yeah. And the heal, which is also spooky. Like 450. Cooldown is pretty low, 10 seconds only. So you can use this item 3 times in a team fight for like 1.5k heal. It's a pretty sweet item.
Not, you know, yeah, you're gonna wait. You like, oh, you wasted neutral. Let's go on then. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. At this type of point in the game, that one team fight, like if you actually repel the force of mudgolems at this phase, suddenly it's the TB show completely.
Yep. This TB man, he's looking scary. Close to 20, close to MKB. And he's still got a big, long Black King bar. 9 seconds. Well, PA is on 7, so he'll have that edge as well.
And it's like, at this rate, it's going to come down to the next Roche situation. Mudgolem's not really able to pressure too much on the map, which means that Khan are going to be able to proceed to the next items. And that's when you are looking all eyes at this second Roche, which is usually the one that kind of defines who reaches high ground. And the state of the game, either team gets their hands on that Aegis,
yeah,
you can almost guarantee they're going to be at the other team's base.
Yeah, exactly. And I think also one of the focal points of this game is the Magnus RP. Last team fight, it kind of whiffed. He didn't really get a great RP off. Let's see. If he gets a good RP off, on the Storm Spirit, for example, this guy dies in 1 second. But so far, he hasn't really been able to connect to the Storm Spirit. If he manages though, the Storm Spirit will die instantly. Like, this guy dies in half a second to the PA. It's really important for the Khan boys to play around the Magnus.
Definitely. I mean, even if you get the TB, you actually have a lot of burst potential still, because he hasn't gone in for any status resistance yet, right? Like, you queued up the Satanic, but he's very much still a glass cannon at this stage.
No Mant, no Scotty, no Satanic, so yeah, he's still on 2.2k.
Smoke on low. Let's see how this is gonna work. Khan. They're anticipating that with Roche being up soon, it's likely mudgolems want to play in this area, so they'll just try and vacate any Radiant heroes from the area, but they've already done it themselves.
PS close to the Abyssal. That's a huge item to catch the Storm. But let's see who starts the fight.
You at least have the Basher, so you have some potential stun. They toss him back. Skidder has to BKB. That's not the way you want to begin this. He's looking for a target straight away. In under the Storm Spirit. Forced out the BKB. Soulbind comes out. Linking the two together. They need to run, but they can't. The Dragon's going to be on the PA, and now he's going to be brought down and dead. Neo,
Holy
BKB
smokes.
still running. He's not a target. They'll go for Gilgra instead. Cut him on the way out. Fana knows he's going to die, though, for it. Double kill for Naive. The problem here is you use the Metamorphosis, and Roche is not up for 30 more seconds, so you won't be able to find that objective.
But they got the PA. The RP whiffed again. He couldn't land the RP, and the Storm Spirit got saved perfectly by his own team. The Storm Spirit, he was stunned. Close to the PA. Excuse me. But Venomancer, with his Force Staff, saved that Storm Spirit, enabled him to pop the BKB and get out.
AI. Yeah, that's the thing. He's so far out, right? This is why we always talk about Venomancer, why he's strong at the moment. He's very good against these blink initiators. It's that type of hero. And twice in a row now, you've got to be a little bit concerned. I mean, it's not like you RP'd in the fog and they didn't see. They know exactly what's not available to you for another 70 seconds.
Exactly. And do you know what's available to the Terrorblade for an additional 2 minutes? Oh, that's a DD rune right there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that! An extra 300 damage. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, and Roche is a lot. Oh no, I see where this is going. This poor innocent creature is gonna. Oh no.
TB is also pretty close to the Satanic, so even if the RP connects, he'll still be able to get his Satanic, get his BKB off quicker. And I don't see them bursting him with a Satanic, to be honest. Like, so far, they have been able to put a small dents into him, but with a Satanic, I'm not too sure about that.
And we're seeing the bigger issue, this comparative draft, right? Khan's initiation can be very loose and easy. It's very fluid. Mudgolems is clunky. It's really all about this Magnus being in. Like, you can talk about Baranya's ability to move around the fight freely. He's the only one who gets that benefit. Well, Khan have Tiny, if nothing else. We saw how easily it can split up the fight and separate one member from the team.
Yeah, and
now,
Tiny got a buyback. Yeah, it is. No meta right now, but it's up in 20, and he's got the DD, so he can still kind of fight.
In.
Tiny is...
And he's gone. J4 gets grip.
Alright, he has no buyback.
That might be the side of Khan having to concede here. Maybe they try for a yoink with a Storm Spirit, but that might be your only play. They've got RP. This is the dangerous part, though. If you gamble on this and you die as the Storm, it's going to be a lot more than just an Aegis going in their hands. Avalanche tossed way too early from Gilga. Is going to be punished straight away. He gets brought down. And that should be an abort from Khan. They're going to back away from the pit and admit that Mudgolems got what they came for.
Yeah, I mean, they lost their supports. It was a nice try by Gilgir, but in the end, when the Grimstroke is down, you should not contest it. That perfect execution from Khan, I think. Many teams would have tried to fight there, but there was a game-losing fight for sure. There was a game-losing fight if they took it. And good from Khan, because if they're 5, they can still win any team fight. They don't have to force a bad fight.
Yeah. And now they've got this DD plus Metamorphosis ready. They were hoping someone would walk up into that ancient area. Not so lucky. Yep. So they won't have that big boon in the next team fight. You can already see that likely Mudgolems are just going to try and position themselves ready to push on this bot lane to expose the entirety of Khan's base.
Yeah, exactly. PA getting Scuddy next, so she'll be a lot tankier. We'll have a lot more stickiness to TB.
Storm as well.
Good item.
Like you can maybe get an extra bash hit in. It's just also, this is the way you build whenever you've got an empowering Magnus, right? Like it's just stats. Yeah. Get as many stats as possible. Jump in, straight away to Mio. No bash though.
He has no abyssal yet as well.
Nope, he's just charging in. He doesn't care. He's going to try and force the fight. Naive holding on to that Metamorphosis though. And they're just going to look to move away. BKB, Skidder is forced to stand and fight on the sideline. Gilga interrupts any counter initiation. They've already lost the Aegis. Naive down to half HP. He's going to use the BKB now, but now you're in trouble on Skidder. He's looking to move away with the Phantom Strike. The Soulbite is going to come out, dragging them in and leashing them together, which means PA is going to be brought down. Baranya needs to run for the high heels, but Gilga's already covering it. He retreats into dark territory, looking to move away. Will be able to get out, but big mistakes made by the side of Mudgolems.
No buyout! And again, the Venomancer, these Plague Wards, they don't allow Magnus to RP. It's so hard for 33 to find an RP. He can't do it against the Venomancer wards. Like, he can't blink in. He can never RP the Terrorblade because of the AoE control the boys from Khan have. And I think he has to go Shadowblade or something to get off an RP, but he's not been getting off any decent RP because of the Venomancer.
And that disruption, I don't know if that disruption helped the situation. Kiss is coming out, by the way. Gilga tries to toss to save the day, but Cheshire Cat low. One hit needed, but silences out to Baranya. The final kiss does connect. J4 stands his ground. Baranya needs to hit this once just to finish him off, though. Moves forward into Gilga instead. We'll be able to clean up that kill. Hold on the RP, gonna throw it out now to Mio. Silences the two of them. We'll be able to bring them down. Naive trying to save the day with the Thunder, but now he's low himself. Needs to be careful. BKB coming off cooldown in a few seconds. Disruption will buy time into the Remnant, bring him low and killing him off. Yeah, you saved Mio, but you're the more important target here. They take out the TB. Mio.
Oh my lord! What has happened? They just fought without their most farmed hero and they destroyed Khan. Like, Holy moly, guys. They absolutely destroyed them. The TB, he thought, I got Satanic, boys. I can Sunder and heal myself up after it. Nope, you cannot, because Milan was there. He disrupted him, and he couldn't find any target to Satanic off of him. And he just died in the pull from Boyamia.
Mio's in trouble.
He's
He hasn't got
like
much.
BKB.
Okay, he's got just about enough mana. They knew he was in the area. That was almost a fatal error. In fact, Fardo's still moving. He activated the drums. Bang drums, bang Mio's mum. That's the play. He's looking to go in now. Forcing out the last of his mana, draining him dry. The BKB is going to be used. Reinforcements are arriving. But
Expensive,
that's BKB.
though.
For nothing.
Yeah, that's another BKB for nothing. And we've seen a lot of BKBs for nothing on Skeeter, and well, it hasn't really worked out for him. Have a camera dropped. Yeah, like big pledge for mudgolems. Like holy, that was. I felt like they couldn't really fight anymore, but that was. Whew. I mean, TB wasn't around. He had no meta, of course. It was a good fight, but whew, not bad.
I mean, it's a cocky play as well, right? That Thunder there. I kind of get why he done it, because he knows that Mio doesn't have buyback, and you assume, well, I'm the TB, I can never die. I should be safe here. I've got a Fairy Fire. I've got Satanic coming off cooldowns here. I've got my BKB in 4 seconds. But like,
yeah,
as you said, Mudgolem's proven that they've still got buckshot in the chamber, and they're ready to fire it in the direction of Khan. And I mean, now, like, they're gonna have even more damage. I think they picked up a Havoc Hammer, which, if 33 does get an RP off on a non-BKB target, that's a huge additional nuke. And I think that's what's coming.
Yeah, he's got it, and it's another 400, 500 magic AoE damage. Slow. That's a huge item against TB.
Speaking of TB, well, they're trying to initiate here. Fardo's going to Glimmercape, move away, but straight away they jump the back line. Mew has to use the BKB. Straight away, Skit's holding on to his own, and they're just kiting out Naive on the side. He's down to half HP already. Tiny's going to be dropped as well. They've still got the RP to work with. They will throw out the kisses and ping on the Naive. And now Venomancer, he can't do anything. He's dead. He can't put down these walls to try and protect you from the initiation of 33, who has the blink and is ready to go. The Havoc Hammer again. The RP follow-up as well. Looking to move away, forcing out the BKBs. Naive runs for the high ground, but Skid is hunting. He's moving in. Remnant will not connect. But now, Naive, what do you have? I mean, you got Metamorphosis, you got no BKB, you're missing 3 teammates, and all of a sudden, it's getting pretty scary for Khan.
This one team fight where they died. Oh my god.
Okay. I was getting weird deja vu feelings right there. Mio almost getting caught again.
Yeah, oh my god, this game is like so back and forth, and mudgolems have done it again. They have steered themselves into a good position again. Team fights are still hard. Turbulent is still hitting hard, but they were somehow able to figure out how to play the team fights, to deal with the Turbulent, to play around him, kite him, go on the other people. And I think Khan, they really have to play around their TB, because the hero's not that mobile. You have to stay close to him so he can protect you.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, look at Naive's items. You know that's the theme here, right? Most of these aren't killer items. These are surviving items. So they've kind of identified, similar to how you deal with bristleback drafts, why deal with that threat directly? When you eliminate the rest of his team afterwards, he's just a big, giant fortress waiting to be sieged by cannon fire.
Yeah, exactly. He has no Scotty, no Abyssal, no Blink, which is kind of a rare item on Turboblade, but yeah, he has no item to stick on enemies right now.
Or even something like a Daedalus, so you can at least go, well, I'm making sure I only need 3 hits or 4 hits, right? Like, you don't have that burst potential that we're seeing from Skidder every time. He catches the back line, they're gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Which sounds like a terrible, crappy sequel to Nicolas Cage's movie.
And that movie was pretty good.
The premature ejaculation of car thief movies. Gone in 2 seconds.
Well, that's how it is. Well, the outpost being taken by Gilgear.
Yeah, but he might regret that.
Oh boy,
Here come the kisses. Mwah, Granny's saying goodnight. Ball lining in, but the Hex is there. They ambush him straight away, trying to bring him down, dragging him back. He gets stunned on the high ground by the cookie. He's gone for 80 seconds. Naive now in trouble himself. Tries to dodge out the Remnant. Not successful, though. Stunned up, killed off on the deck for 85. And all of a sudden, Mudgolems don't have to figure about Roche. They can figure about your base, because they're not done there. They find Cheshire Cat as well. They force the rest of them in their base. They force out the buyback instantly. And by the way... no buyback on TB. No buyback on Storm Spirit. They're going to try and get them out of them and then realize they're just trying to get blood out of a stone.
Yep, like, this is going to be rough. If they notice that there's no buybacks, they could probably even go for Throne here. Like, that's going to be slightly awkward. I don't know. Like, if they probe the tier 4 towers and they notice that there's no buybacks coming, this could be a quick one.
I mean, you get a subtle incline. You think maybe there isn't when they use a glyph at the tier 3 like that, right? But maybe they're worried that they can't get through the tier 4s quick enough, so they'd rather just play it safe, get 2 lanes, feeling real confident now. 19,000 gold up over the side of Khan. And like you can see the difference. Like, look at the net worth right now. Like we said, it's the TV show. Then look at the next 3 heroes. They are all green. They are all mudgolems.
Yep, this is well, 2 sides down. I mean, Terrorblade, he can still kill people, but he hasn't been hitting any people in the last 3 teamfights. Last 3 teamfights, he's just been running around, being kited, not being able to hit anything. And mudgolems, they have been, well, playing around, hitting the supports, killing the supports, not giving any chance to the TB. And well, in the last teamfight, they just killed the Stormsword instantly and then the TB before he could pop anything.
And I feel like earlier on we were talking about, you know, the age of the tier 3 neutral items, right? Khan kind of got their way with those, but when you look at the tier 4 items, we already mentioned the Havoc Hammer. It's also the fact that they've got this leveler on a Phantom Assassin, right? If there's one thing that limits this hero, it's that you use Phantom Strike. You get in, you got those 4 attacks, you know, 4, maybe 5 attacks to try and kill someone or get at least 1 crit. But now, Gatling gun all the time.
Exactly. But no, they're going for, I guess that's the final push.
It's the Hail Mary play.
Mio's still no buyback. TB even also has no buyback right now, so they're going for some bold moves, but they can do it. I mean, we saw the fights where they engaged. They can still win the fights. I think there's 23k.
You say that, I'm a little bit scared because Skit. Look at the talent Skit has got now. 1 crit.
I mean,
just 1.
Yeah. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. That's for sure. But the position is good from Khan. They're on the high ground. They want mudgolems to run into them, but mudgolems too smart.
No, we're seeing the classic let's switch sides move as the Dire become Radiant heroes and the Radiant become Dire heroes. And oh god, the Courier slaughtering going on. Remember, 2020, the year where all the Couriers died for your sins. And for what? True, it is. So you can see in a pit that you have little plague wards in already. You sick monsters.
I mean, sometimes the Courier has to go. Like, someone has to die from the team.
How dare you? I would never sacrifice Shagbark like that.
Alright. But Roche is up now. Can't see it first.
I mean, even if you get this, it's not worth it, right? Like, look what they're doing in your base right now. You have to get back. They've read this right. Because now, they'll go back to the pit.
Oh, Gilgir. Gilgir is pretty...
Oh, he's got TP and Blink, though. He'll get out.
Okay.
Maybe get the... Oh, no. That would have been the gem snipe.
I mean, they would have picked it up, but yeah, would have been sweet.
Would have been money.
That's true, money.
Money that Mio needs. He's 10 gold off the buyback. He'll finally get it. But this is do or die.
They gotta fight this. Like, if they get the Roche, it's gonna be lights out for Khan, I think. So yeah, Khan are putting in everything they got.
There's an Ags on that baby as well. Plenty of heroes in this game that would like to get that big shiny scepter.
Yep.
Cookie doesn't connect. Mio goes in, initiates straight away, but the turnaround straight on him. Storm's gone. They'll be able to bring down the Void Spirit as well. Buyback comes out from Mio. Skidder will just look to retreat away. The kisses come out on the Gilga down to half HP, but Fana needs to retreat. Elendis does get proc. Buyback comes out from Void Spirit as they start to move into Radiant territory. And on the side, Miranya going in. Look at this pick off on the J4, keeping him away from the main fight. Naive brought low in the meantime, but he loses him himself, and the Purge to slow him down. BKB has to be activated. Thunder thrown out to Cheshire Cat, and now they're going to chase for look at him more. They kill off the Storm Spirit with his dieback now, and situation's looking dire for Khan as they're going to lose Naive as well. Cheshire Cat's going to fall, and Skidder says, "Where is my rampage?" Oh, there
it is. Pretty easy. That's it. Stormsword died 2 times instantly. TB couldn't really hit people. GG is called. Insane performance from Milan in the last fight. Should have even controlled Terrorblade insanely well, and that was a wild roller coaster for mudgolems. In the end, they did it, but whoa, they fought hard and they had to fight hard.
I mean, you gave us a preview, and you mentioned earlier on Shadow Demon against the Terrorblade. It's not just the Purge, it's the fact that you're going to get your hands on these Illusion Slayer, also this bulky hero. Like, every single element of Shadow Demon's toolkit scales very well against these hyper late game carries, especially the illusion-based ones like the Terrorblade that ideally build items that benefit illusions.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And in the end, I gotta say, I think mudgolems they just played it a bit more, a bit better, a bit better. Sure, Khan had good moves in the early game. The Storm Spirit really, really, really got the Borania, Voice Spirit 2 or 3 times. Perfect play in the mid game, but in the earlier stages of the late game, the Mudgolem players just had a better plan. I think they just played it
mm,
a bit better. After some team fights they didn't take particularly well, they decided, okay, we can't play into the TB. We have to play around the TB. That's what they did, and they dodged the TB in fights, and well, they executed perfectly the Mudgolems.
yeah, I think that's maybe the one criticism we might have for Mudgolems is compare this to like previous games, especially game one. We talked about that complementary element of um, the items, right? And how the next phase is complementary playstyles, like injecting the gold in the right heroes, making the right moves. I think like the highlightable move that shows that that's maybe what we could still see work to come for my golems is around that Ag's choice in Baranya early, right? And how easily
Yeah,
that got punished because of their positioning. But as you said, like they at least adapt. They proved that in the late game, their execution can be so much more visceral, I want to say, than Khan's, right? It's not just the fact it's clean, it's the dedication to what they're doing, right? Like we see some
yeah,
teams, you have that doubt, you don't want to give over a kill here or there. But you saw it. They had essentially 2 or 3 heroes just dancing around the TB and they're like, well, if we lose 1 or 2, who cares? Because
yeah.
if you look at your backline over there, you might notice you're missing supports, and Skitter's just got blood all over him at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Skitter, he just recognized, hey, I can actually fight this TB, but I can kill the supports. I can blow them up in 1 second. That's what I'm gonna do. The TB, oh, my other guys are gonna care about the TB. I'm just gonna kill the supports, kill the supporting cast, and then when they're dead, we can 5-1 the TB. He can't fight 1-on-5. That's the thing he can't do.
But speaking of killing, we haven't killed a team here. We've just sent them to the lower bracket, but we're gonna kill a team here next. I'm gonna get someone else in, as James got a busy day ahead of him. But now,
Yeah,
up next, we're gonna be eliminating some EU people. That's right, lower bracket. Now, I don't think people would have seen this one coming in so early. Viking Gugu versus Five Men. One of these two teams will be going bye bye by the end of the series. And then after that, we'll also get to see if Khan can keep the hopes alive or if Hellraiser will take over. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, we got Slaughter and EU boy. Then we'll move on to Slaughter and one of the CIS boys.
all right. Well, a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
No,
Love to
thank
do
you.
it again.
You
Oh,
were
well,
you were a star. All right, I put a star on you, but I'm cheap. I don't buy stars, and I don't know how to reach you through the digital space time continuum.
all right. Have a good day. These games are gonna be insane. I'd love to watch them. Heading out. Peace. Was nice.